Good morning and welcome to Weaved Web Recovery. Today is March the 3rd. We'll go ahead and read the just for today. There will be times, however, when we really feel like using. We want to run and we feel lousy. We need to be reminded of where we came from and that it will be worse this time. This is when we need the program the most. Basic text, page 81. If we're contemplating a relapse, we should think our using through to the bitter ends. For many of us, those ends would include severe medical problems, imprisonment, or even death. How many of us have known people who relapsed after many years clean only to die from their disease? But there is a death that accompanies a return to active addiction that may be worse than physical death. That is the spiritual death we experience when we are separated from our higher power. If we use, the spiritual relationship we have nurtured over the years will weaken and perhaps disappear. We will feel truly alone. There is no doubt that we have periods of darkness in our recovery. There is only one way we can make it through those troubling times, with faith. If we believe that our higher power is with us, then we know that all will be well. No matter how badly we may feel in our recovery, a relapse is never the answer. Together we find recovery. If we stay clean, the darkness will lift, and we will find a deeper connection to our higher power. Just for today, I thank my higher power for the gift of NA. I know that relapse is not the way out.
Right.
Whatever challenges I face, I will face them with the God of my understanding. At 24 hours a day, today's AA thought. After we've made a surrender, the drink problem is out of our hands and in the hands of God.
Yes.
The thing we have to do is to be sure that we never reach out and take the problem back into our own hands. Leave it in God's hands. Whenever I'm tempted to take a drink, I must say to myself, I can't do that. I've made a bargain with God not to drink.
Bargain.
I know God doesn't want me to drink, and so I won't do it. At the same time, I say a little prayer to God for the strength needed to keep the bargain with Him. Am I going to keep my bargain with God? Meditation for today. I will try to grow in this new life. I will think of spiritual things often, and unconsciously I will grow. The nearer I get to the new life, the more I will see my unfitness. My sense of failure is a sure sign that I am growing in the new life. It is only struggle that hurts. In sloth, physical, mental, or spiritual, there is no sense of failure or discomfort. With struggle and effort, I am conscious not of strength, but of weakness until I'm really living the new life. But in the struggle, I can always rely on the power of God to help me. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may see signs of my growth in the new life. I pray that I may always keep trying to grow. Today's daily reflections. Overcoming self-will. So our troubles, we think, are basically of our own making. They arise out of ourselves, and the alcoholic is an extreme example of self-will run riot, though he usually doesn't think so. Above everything, we alcoholics must be rid of this selfishness. We must, or it kills us. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 62. For so many years, my life revolved solely around myself. I was consumed with self in all forms, self-centeredness, self-pity, self-seeking, all of which stem from pride. Today, I have been given the gift through the fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous of practicing the steps and traditions in my daily life, of my group and sponsor, and the capacity, if I so choose, to put my pride aside in all situations which arise in my life. You know, today's reading was so simple for me. When I read the 24 hours of today, God doesn't want you to drink. It's that it's that simple. And if you have given your will to Him, then it's over. It's easy. You don't pick up that drink. I just found that so simple. I know it's complicated. I know it's hard, but I just found that so simple. In my new life in recovery, I've given my will to God, and I feel comfortable behind that.
Wow.
And He doesn't want me to drink because He's got me.
He got you.
He's got me, right?
That's good. Yeah.
So when I read that this morning, I'm like, wow, God doesn't want me to drink. So yeah, it's simple. It's simple, and I felt relieved about that. So yeah, today I have no desire, and I'm grateful for that. Bobby, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm thinking, and look, comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're comfortable in your own skin today. What's the simple way of that's not what I'm supposed to do? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Right. And so, with that being said, I'm thinking about relapse,
Yeah.
recovery.
Yeah.
The R and the E
Yeah.
of re is to do over.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
do
yeah.
over, right? Relapse. We don't want to keep doing the things that we was doing that got us where we are today.
Right.
In a negative sense, right? But it also say to redo something, do the right thing.
Right.
Keep doing the right thing. They say make the next right decision.
Yeah.
So recovery, being restored back to our original state, the way we were created. So we get to do the things. Then you're comfortable with not picking it up.
Right.
And that takes me into the 24 hours.
Right.
Right. Surrender. Yesterday I said, don't give up, but do give in. Right. To God. And it was talking about that. Let God's will be our will. Let God's way be our way. Let's stop trying to do things that we want to do, right? That get us where we get at, right? Doing me. And they would always say, I used to hear it always being said, I'm going to do me today. I say, dang, doing you got you where you at. I'm going to let God do me today. It make it simple. As you just said, keeping it simple, right? And I'm comfortable with letting God do me because I get a better result.
Yeah.
We get better results. And so I always want to think about, and it said in the 24 hours about bargain. Whenever you get a bargain, you feel good about it. So we bargain with God. God, please, and so we get where we come from. So now we at a feel-good situation, right?
Yeah.
Dang, I feel better about myself today because I bargained with God to keep me out of myself, to keep me out of the ways of the world, so to speak, right? And so it's a smooth transition. It ain't always the best in our flesh,
Right.
but when we realize, when we look back, and we can say, dang, I did it over. I had to start back over again. But when I started back over, I can see now clearly, now the rain is gone. Right? And so in the daily reflection, it was talking about, to me, conquer. Right? If you go back to your original state, you can conquer what's in front of you because now you're redoing the things that you have another opportunity to go over what you already failed at, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the test again. Why do the teacher expect us to pass the test? Because we already got the answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been
That's
given
right.
the answers before we ever took the test.
That's right.
Check this out, and now here, I'm going to test you on it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the way we live in. So we into recovery, and I'm speaking about recovery. When I say recovery, we always be talking about the drugs and the alcohol and the sex and the gambling and all that. But recovery, again, for my estimation, is in life. We always got to recover. When we work out, we got to go back to sleep to recover, right? So do it over again. But look, let's start doing over the good things.
Yeah.
Let's start doing, go over the things that's good for us and keep doing that.
Yeah.
Redo.
Yeah.
Redo. And that's what I wanted to say for today's message.
I
Thank
like
you.
that. Thank you. For all of you watching for the first time, if you need to find our channel, you can reach it via Google. Just type in Weaved Red Recovery and it pops right up. We've tested it. Works. We're quite surprised, but it works. So for today, this is Ryan W. This is Bobby W. And we appreciate you watching today.
Absolutely.